Hello, this is Targor. Welcome to my vision of World of Warcraft Classic Plus. This video is a Twitch stream that was not edited, so it's gonna look like a Twitch stream. Gonna look like a Twitch stream, except I botched the recording, so I'm just re-recording it off stream. Welcome to my vision of World of Warcraft Classic Plus. The design direction of my vision of Classic Plus is substantially different from that of retail WoW, circa Shadowlands, Ender Private Servers, Vanilla Plus, and Turtle WoW. This is partially because its aims to fix Vanilla WoW's many problems first, flesh out and polish what's already there second, and add new content third. Hold on. This is part of a playlist of videos. Check this video's description for a link to the playlist. The document displays my vision of WoW, Classic Plus, and the document's version number is 1.5.15. All versions of the document are based upon patch 1.12.2 of World of Warcraft. If you just want to know about the general design direction of my vision of Classic Plus before you otherwise look into this, then watch the introduction video in this playlist, or review the document yourself, and look at the list of major features. The links to the document is on my channel's about page. That, and I do not have a team of people, however, working with me to make an actual private server. This is all pure design thus far, and it ain't done yet. Now then, other world changes. That is, changes made to content found outside of dungeons, raids, and battlegrounds that do not have to do with player characters in particular. Nor how they interact, nor PvP. Now then, for the sake of thematics, I'll eventually go through the game and separate curses from hexes, making hexes be a different debuff type. They'll still both be dispelled by the same spells and effects, though possibly with a few exceptions. All players in the Tainted Scar will be inflicted with a red debuff that deals 450 shadow damage upon application, and again every 15 seconds, until they leave the subzone, which will not put or keep you in combat. This may be cleansed by the Lex of Divine Shield and by dying, but it will be reapplied immediately after it wears off or you get resurrected, provided that you're still in the subzone. Furthermore, provided that you're still in the subzone. Furthermore, the corpses of level 1 to 44 characters within the subzone will instantly despawn upon death, forcing them to have the spirit res elsewhere. To talk to the spirit healer res elsewhere. This will prevent low-level characters from interfering with the Lord Kazak encounter unless he gets caught near the entrance of the subzone or outside of it. Well, at least the really low-level characters. The Master's Glaive will be renamed to the Master's Blade, and all references to it shall be changed accordingly, seeing as how it does not resemble a Moon Glaive or a War Glaive, which are the only kinds of glaives in Warcraft. And seeing as also as how regular glaives otherwise... Yeah, I already said that part. The glaives thrown by glaive throwers of Warcraft 3 can be assumed to be Moon Glaives. The Skybox, at the appropriate times and in the appropriate places, will contain both of Azeroth's moons, and not just one of them. Both the White Lady, aka Elune, and the Blue Child. In order to grant relevance to the path that led from the Blackrock Spire Meeting Stone to the inside entrance, by the way, I got rid of Meeting Stone, so it's just where the Meeting Stone was, you may no longer reach Blackrock Spire by climbing up the chain outside, then jumping off the back to the chain, then running along the cliff to jump to the balcony, even though the window doesn't intentionally let you do that. There will instead be an obstruction placed between the cliff and the balcony, or perhaps on the cliff itself. Clicking on a sheep, but not a polymorphed enemy, or its user interface portrait 20 times in rapid succession will cause it to explode, like in Warcraft 3. This of course only means the actual critter, sheep. This explosion will instantly kill the sheep with a predictable animation and leave no corpse behind. The 20 clicks will only be counted if at least 20 of them are done by the same character within a span of 8 seconds. The one girl in the human starting zone whose name eludes me that I used to wear short shorts, but was changing Classic Not Plus, aka Vanilla Classic from 2019, to have less revealing clothing will once again wear her old clothing. Gonna go off on a little tangent here. Now, first off, this change will attract people who oppose the current cultural zeitgeist of the West, which means that they'll get more players. Second off, while I personally don't like how women in real life consciously decide, without being actual prostitutes or being arrested disorder or some other straw-grasping shit like that, to dress in skimpy outfits in public of their own free will, even when it's cold outside. While I wish they wouldn't do that shit, this NPC was originally one of those women who would do such a thing, at least if it ain't cold, and I'm just gonna respect that. Though I don't expect most of you to believe that. Anyway, this game will not have any more skippiness than Vanilla originally had per iota of content. I'll also remind you that Firebane leggings existed before 2004, and I never saw anyone whining on Twitter about those or Battle for Azeroth's hide chest option, which if I recall correctly, also worked on female characters. No, I did not actually buy or play BFA. Therefore, nobody actually gives a shit about any of this skippiness stuff from a pro from a pro-feminist viewpoint, and I should have skipped this part where I went off on a ceaseless tangent. Now then, on to the next change. Elder Stonefort will be replaced with a new Orcish Elder because having the Elder in Blackrock Spire be a dwarf does not make sense. Learning to ride a mount will cost 90 gold for Apprentice, 900 gold for Journeyman, both before discounts. Mounts themselves will cost 10 gold for non-epic mounts, and 90 gold for epic mounts, including the Frostwolf Power, the Alliance counterpart, and the rank 11 mounts, all before discounts. Stormfly Cram is the Alliance counterpart, if I recall correctly. Non-standard mounts will require training and riding the appropriate type of mount to ride them. As such, Quarterly Frostwolf Howler will require Journeyman Wolf riding, and the Strat Dead mount will require Journeyman Horse riding, and etc. But the Kuraji Regenerating Crystals will not require riding skill to ride because they are very user-friendly. Speaking of the Strat Dead mount, Undead Horsemanship will be merged into horse riding. The honor discount of 10% will be reduced to 5%, but being Exalted will offer an additional 5% discount on top of the honor discount similar to the Burning Crusade. Note that being Revered or even Exalted it offered no discount beyond honored in vanilla WoW. This will give players an extra reason to be Exalted in various factions, such as those of their capital cities. Entering the arena in Gadgetzan will arena flag you until you leave the arena because it is an arena. Do note that arena flags exist in vanilla. For example, you got arena flags that you enter the Dire Mall arena, which is an outdoor place and not an instance place. I'll go over to grass placement in Mulgore and make the grass placement look less lazy, especially around Northern Stolebowl Lake. I noticed that was a problem in Vanilla Classic. The Sludge in the Undercity will deal nature damage like how lava deals fire damage to you, except the damage will be 25 times lower, and your movement speed will be irresistibly halved while you're in the sludge. All uncorrupted moon wells will have an aura that restores 100 health and mana per second to all creatures within 5 yards of its waters who are not demons, undead, warlocks, or forsaken players / NPCs. Brackenwell Village, but not its quests, will be removed from the game because the ogres were retconned to have never made a village there and fled to Mulgore instead because that are a playable race. See section number 6 races for more information. I have not recorded that video yet. By the way, I'm also adding High Elves to the game. It's an Alliance race. And the ogres are the Horde race. In the entrance cinematic, the new Horde race, excuse me. In the entrance cinematic, during the part of the world map, the islands north of the Western Plaguelands no longer exist. These islands did not even exist in Vanilla, and they won't exist in Classic Plus either. Furthermore, I'm very aware that those are supposed to be your Dragon Isles, but just because they were an idea in vanilla and beta content and realized to some sort of extent in the fucking Dragonflight, that does not mean that I have to add it to this Classic Plus. I don't have to do that to the lore. I'm going to treat the lore better than that. Furthermore, the entrance cinematics world map will be changed to reflect the existence of Better Songworld and the Ghostlands. Now, by treating the lore better than that, I mean, like, I want to get rid of inconsistencies. I want to make the lore all be consistent with itself. And I don't want it to be overly convoluted bullshit. I don't want any ass pulls or nothing like that. I don't want any temporal fuckery either that did not exist before Vanilla WoW. So anyway, moving on. The Sword of the Barbarian King found in the crypts in the Badlands will be renamed to something else. Barbarians did not exist in or before Warcraft 3, and they won't exist in WoW Classic Plus either. All giant turtle corpses found around Azeroth, including those in Darkshore, will have their models changed to resemble dragon turtles from Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne, as part of retconning giant turtles into being Warcraft 3's dragon turtles. Everything in the game that says Hoodoo will be changed to say Voodoo instead. This includes not only NPC dialogue, but also tooltips, quest names, object names, item names, and all our references to it. Hold on. Okay, all uninstanced chests, footlockers, mining nodes, herbalism nodes, and limited supply vendor items, as well as all uninstanced respawn NPCs and all world bosses, will have a +/-5% variability under respawn timers. As special exceptions, chests, mining nodes, and herbalism nodes that deliberately spawn near NPCs, as mentioned in a different section, will, when the respawn timer is up, wait until said NPCs are up to spawn. I covered that last part in a different video, I'm pretty sure. And finally, to help flesh out the game, as I said in a different video, pre-laid traps will be added to some places in Azeroth where there are hunter NPCs, with pets or not, of a high enough level, whether they be in the open world, in dungeons, or in raids. Said traps shall be mostly inconsequential in the open world, be somewhat consequential in dungeons, but not enough that every group of one I have a rogue in it, be quite consequential in 10-man raids, be very consequential in Rock Spire, and be devastating in 40-man raids. Said traps, in instances or not, will respawn if it's associated enemy, and also I'm not putting any traps near any raid bosses. Furthermore, all NPC traps will randomly be placed within a 30-yard radius of their spawn point or patrol route, changing every time it respawns. Rexar might use those kinds of traps, however, because he's not that kind of hunter, Rexar in particular. Do note that I'm turning trapping and trap disarming both into secondary professions. Trapping is hunter only, and trap disarming is rogue only. Rogues are going to have to go out into the world in order to level their trap disarming skill, but before that they'll have to work with practice traps that can be crafted by hunters. Just like how engineers can craft it practice locks for rogues to level up their lockpicking at first. Alright, that's all I got. Thanks for watching.